Ooh, hey, do you own a guitar? And it got strings? And you know minor chords? Then have you ever wanted to add some nice, spicy diminished chords maybe? But you never understood how to apply them and how it works? Is this something you want to learn? Then you have come to the right place. Today we will learn how to apply diminished chords in our playing. The easy way. When I started to play jazz guitar, I had such a hard time to understand how and where to apply the diminished chords. But I'm very happy to tell you that after this lesson you will be able to sound like this. So how does this work? But first, what is a diminished chord? Alright, most music you hear is built on chords, and among them are major, minor, augmented, and diminished chords. But what exactly are diminished chords? Diminished chords come in different forms. Let's break it down. First up, we have the diminished triad. Picture this. It's like a minor chord with a twist, featuring a root note, a minor third, and a diminished fifth. For example, C diminished with C, E flat, and G flat. Now, let's crank up the complexity with a diminished seventh chord. This 4-note diminished chords adds a dash of spice by including a diminished seventh, creating a really nice sound. For example, the C diminished 7 chord with C, E flat, G flat, and A. But wait, there is more. We also have the half diminished 7th chord. This chord builds upon the diminished triad by adding a minor 7th. Take C minor 7 flat 5 for instance. There we got C, E flat, G flat, and B flat. But today we will only do the 2 first ones. This can be pretty overwhelming, but trust me, after today's lesson here on my YouTube channel you will learn how to apply them in the easiest way possible. And in these examples we have been looking at the piano, because there you can really see and visualize the diminished chords easily and you can understand it. But on a guitar, we can actually not play it as a piano player, so we will need to have other inversions and so on. Alright, so let's get started. Alright, so basically there are 4 different chord shapes that you can use when you play diminished chords that I recommend you to start with. Here they are. Hey, by the way, just a quick advice. You don't need your guitar here today for this guitar lesson here on my YouTube channel. You can save this video and learn this later. Alright, so here are the 4 different diminished chord shapes that I recommend you to start with. Diminished chord shape number 1. Diminished chord shape number 2. Diminished chord shape number 3. Diminished chord shape number 4. Hey, by the way, don't forget to subscribe here to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any of my future guitar lessons here. I'm releasing videos every week here, and also be sure to check out my Patreon if you want my exclusive material. Tabs, lessons, masterclasses and so on. Alright, so there is this main rule when you play diminished chords. You can actually move the same shape in minor thirds up and down, just like this. You can also do it with this one. You can do it with this one as well. And of course you can do it with this one as well. So the main problem with this, because it's so symmetrical, minor thirds down or up with the same shape, is where to apply them. And you know, here is the first way I like to use. And by the way, I also like to start to think diminished chords from the minor chord. I will show you what I mean. So to get started with this, you can always start with putting a diminished chord a fret below the other chord. I will show you what I mean. Here is C minor. Here is the fret below. Here is C minor and the diminished chord after each other. Now you can do the same thing 2 frets above the minor chord. I will show you what I mean. This is one of the easiest way how to apply diminished chords when you play minor chords. A fret below and 2 frets up from the minor chord. Just like this. Now let's try to apply the other diminished chords from the other strings. So when you have a minor chord from the A string like this, then you can apply the same concept again. A diminished chord, a fret below and 2 frets up from the minor chord you're playing. Just like this. But we can also do this one. Going down a major third, just like this. And do you remember what I told you before? You can always move the diminished shapes minor thirds up and down. Let me show you. Whoa, cool, right? Let's try it for F minor now. Oof, really cool, right? Really sick. Really cool. So those there you got are 2 great examples of how to apply diminished chords in a really easy way from the minor chords you're playing. And of course there are many other ways to apply diminished chords, but this is how I do, and I really recommend you to start doing these ones first. So when you have started to do these ones and you understand them, then you can try to find your own ways how to apply diminished chords, and you can see the relationship between them and the minor chords you're playing. Or the major chords as well, actually. Now, let's do some magic with the diminished chords. Here comes 3 great examples of how to apply them and how I would have applied them as well in a little more advanced way. Example number 1. Hey, by the way, do you want to learn more about jazz guitar and diminished chords? Then be sure to check out my Patreon. There you will get an instant access to the tabs from this lesson, other lessons, masterclasses, and all my exclusive material there, everything on one place. So be sure to check that out if you want to learn more about jazz guitar and diminished chords. I'll put the link in the description down here under this video. Example number 2. Example number 3. Now, for you guys who want to learn more about diminished chords, you can actually try out this concept where you apply drop 2 voicings and diminished chords together, and that is called block chords. I will show you what I mean. Let me show you the block chords real quick for C minor. Here they are. Hey, by the way, do you know anyone else that also want to learn more about jazz guitar and diminished chords? Then be sure to share this video lesson with them so they don't miss out. When I started to play jazz guitar, I would have loved to see a video like this that explained it in an easy and nice way. They will thank you later for sharing this video with them. Here are the block chords for F minor as well. Alright, so there were a lot of information, a lot of great stuff that I really recommend you to check out if you want to study this concept more. Alright my friend, thank you so much for checking in today's guitar lesson here on my YouTube channel. And be sure to subscribe if you don't want to miss any of my future ones here. Have a great day and see you next time.